I'm going to start my, continue my collection of some of the stuff that I've picked up over the years. These go back to probably 40 years when I started back in, way back when I lived in New Jersey. A lot of these are common, and these are just a few of some of the bunch of bottles that I have here out of this box. These are my favorites. Let's start with Cooper. Cooper's New Discovery, very popular bottle. This is a plain one, and it's probably 1890s, 1900s. This guy was pretty prolific. He came, I don't know exactly where he was out of. Might be New England somewhere. I forgot exactly where his bottle's from, but this is a very nice bottle. Not too common in that size, so that's one. This guy is the Pomperton, but it's really the Fairchild Brothers and Foster. Now, Fairchild Brothers started way back, probably in the 1870s, when they there was three of them all together, and they were all went to pharmacy school, and they all started in New England, but business was in New York City. And this company went on all the way up to the 1890s, when finally it went out of business. They all died off, and the company was sold off. But this is a pretty neat bottle. Probably, I'd say 1880s. Not too shabby, although it's a little faded. Here's a Kilmer's Kidney Cure, but it's nothing in it. This is a common, you see this a lot with this bottle. The patent was sold to other people who just put a label on it, most likely. But this is a Kidney Cure original Kilmer's. Everybody's probably who dug these bottles. This is a poor example. I have better. Chattanooga Medicine Company. It's a real early one. Chattanooga started way back in the 1870s also, with a couple of chemists. They started it out. It's such a gigantic company. It had gone on probably all the way to the present time in a different form, sold to many different companies. Chattanooga Wine of Cardew is this one right here. This fish bottle was actually put out in the 1920s and 30s. It was a bottle that was, you put cod liver oil in it. And I think it was, if I'm not, Pfizer or one of those companies put it out. It has a eye in the diamond, so you know it was early Illinois before 1930. So these bottles are not as common though, but they were put out for cod liver oil by a drug company, and I don't remember if it was Pfizer or one of those. Henry K. Wampool, big producer. He produced a lot of different medicine. He was a famous druggist from Philadelphia. He put out different medicines. Wampool had a mysterious death. He was found killed, or apparently drowned, in the East River, I believe, in New York. in 1909 rather, and his company and his business partner sold the Walpole Company off to different manufacturers. They still produced up until the 1940s. This bottle here, I don't know, it's it's found a lot. It's this is an early bottle, 1880s, and Nephron, I don't really know what it was in it, but it's a cool bottle. This bottle I just like because of its color. It's a beautiful honey amber, another Illinois glasswork bottle from 1920s. Really great bottle. Wonderful color on that one. You can see the graduation of the amber. And it's a machine-made bottle, probably made in the 20s. Ayers is another one that comes up a lot. They were patent medicine. This one was probably 1880s, 70s, but in the Civil War, in the 1860s, Ayers really flourished. 1846 or in that time period, but they went on all the way up to the 1940s. 1943 was the year they stopped producing Ayers medicine. We have a B. Caldwell somewhere. Oh, I think I got it over here. This is another fairly common bottle. People find them all. If you're digging in a dump, you're going to find, in a good dump, you'll find these all over. This is a late version of it, but this company was it really went from 1880s all the way to the 1940s, and it was still sold in the 40s. I find screw caps of this company, so it was very popular. This is a machine made, but they were also made in blown in a mold. Two more bottles. Dr. King's New Discovery. Dr. King out of Chicago from 1886 to probably 1906. This probably went the way of the Food and Drug Act. Probably 90% had alcohol in it. Who knows? But that's a common bottle too, Dr. King's. This is an early one though. I'd say it was one of the 1890s versions of this bottle. This little bottle here is interesting. You can't see much about it, but if I can try to turn it to see where it is, made a better mark. It's almost ponnelled. It's pills, as you can see, and never fails to cure, and it is M. Briggs, and that is Valdosta, Georgia. I have a brown version of this too. Very rare bottle, really, and it's a cool little bottle print on all sides. Probably, I'd say 1880s for sure. Even maybe 1870s. You can see it has almost looks like it has a ponnell on it, doesn't it? But it's not. It just looks that way. And last but not least, the John Wyeth, most famous of all the John Wyeth bottles, the I-dose bottle, or the medicine bottle with the dose cup on it. And this one's cool because you actually see where the dose cup is, and it's marked on the neck. Dose taken, and they got a little arrow, and you got numbers, and you turn your cup to when you have to take your medicine. And this is very popular and common, fairly common bottle. Not easy to find all in one piece like this. I even had the cork still in it. So this is a very common, and you can see right there the dose marks on the top, and I don't know, it says something there on there, capacity, desired, spoonful. That's what it says right there, spoonful. Heaping. A heaping spoonful of this stuff will get you where you want to be, I guess. I don't know what was in it, but it again is probably 1890s bottle, and they made this one all the way up into machine made to the 1920s. So here's a little bit more of what I would find from time to time. I have others. Here's a really cool little bottle, the Chamberlains. The work on the Chamberlains here. This is a cool little Chamberlains cough remedy, and this also is a made in USA. Also a very popular little bottle. So there we have it. I'll keep on going with these. When I come across bottles that, even if they're common, I'll comment on them and try to give you the dates and how rare they really are. Most of these aren't. You can probably find them in flea markets or in collections. Definitely the Wampool and the Dr. King and Codwell. These are still easily found. Cooper, not so much. He was that size bottle is not easy to find. There you have it. Some more of the old bottles that I've picked up over the years. Have a good day, and we'll see you later.